Hey guys, here's a part two on this episode. I just spoke about when is it not a good deal a good time, the right decision to invest into real estate, whether through this real estate syndication, partnership, really anytime you're giving your money to somebody else. What are some things that you should be thinking about and not pressured into? So check out that episode if you haven't already. This part is going to be given sort of life updates. So this is more what's going on in Kenny's world, what are some things I'm thinking about, and hopefully it gives you some insights into my values and ways that you can level up in your own values as well. John Maxwell would say, don't think about talking to a crowd. Think about just talking to one person. So I want to have a connection with you. And I think the best way to do that is really just to picture who it is I'm trying to help. So I'm reading a book on leadership right now. It is the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. I've gone through some of those laws on on these episodes. The one I just finished was the law of connection. So that's something that I uh, deeply care about is actually connecting with people in a way that I think that says something like they don't care what you know until they know that you care is basically what he says. And I get that. When you get in a conversation with somebody, what are kind of like the first things you think about? Oftentimes, I would get nervous going into meetings because I'm thinking about myself a lot. What am I wearing? How am I going to sort of like shake their hand, give 'em a hug? Am I going to pay for their meal, their whatever? And there's just all these like me. But when I can sort of just cut through that and say like, what is this person going through today? What have they walked into? What's been their last few hours or days or few months? Did they have a loss in the family? Are they going through hard times? Is their business suffering? Is parenting going through some dips? And when you can show that person that it's more important for you to understand what they're going through versus you give off these vibes of, oh, I'm so sorry I didn't do this thing right. And I've had a rough morning and me. You're given some messages that could be lost opportunities to lead well. One of the things that we're doing right now is we are flipping some houses. So if you are someone who has been curious about flipping houses, let me tell you, it's actually a lot of fun because you can do it where you're not, swinging the hammers and driving to the locations every day. And what is your thrive zone? Each person has a different one. I love connecting with sellers to help them out of situations that are hard through buying their house and then utilizing crews and money to make magic happen where again, you're not trading your hours for dollars in these things. I also love business. I love how to structure companies. How do you make employees motivated? Client experience is huge. So all of those things to me are fathomless in the extent of how great you can be in being a businessman. So that's what excites me about flipping houses. What doesn't excite me is when I work with crews or people that don't show up or give me excuses or overpromise. And that's something I'm working with to structure and screen the right type of crew that you work with. And even just other people, not necessarily renovators and contractors, but they pretty much are the worst when they live up to the reputation that most of them have. Let's see, what else is going on? We're still not sleeping great as parents who have a 7-month-old, but there's just so much joy in having a young baby. The 7-month stage has been wonderful for us in regards to seeing our little girl just know us. She's starting to kind of kiss us a little bit with her mouth. She's doing the goo goo gagas, and we have an extra saucer for her that she just kind of plays with things and bites things and looks at you, and so that's a lot of fun. I just want to give you guys a quick bio of what I'm working on. So the first thing is I'm a capital raiser. I love working with investors to reclaim their time and build legacy through these syndications, these group investments where your passive income is excellent and secure through real estate. So having meetings with people that have money to invest, specifically dads who feel the burden of being a dad and being a financial provider and being a good steward of what God's given you. Those are my target audience. That's where I feel the deepest connected to. And that's my first business. The name of that company is called East West Capital. Next business I have is East West Property Solutions. It's my local fix and flip job. So I market to sellers directly I work with wholesalers, people that find deals off market, and I have a few realtors to get these deals at under market price, add value to them through whatever situation I can, and then sell them. I used to buy rentals and be a landlord. I still have 2 properties, but I've been selling them off one by one because I have found a much better life, joys of life, role of life through raising capital for these larger apartment complexes and other deals, developments, versus getting 1 or 2 houses a year where I'm basically breaking even over the first 5 plus years, if not losing money from repairs and evictions and different things. That buying rentals has not been my number one strategy right now. Rather, getting into a deal, fixing it up, and selling it in a 3 to 6 window really helps my cash flow in my day-to-day job and allows me to be at home and live a lifestyle that I have wanted to try to create for me and my family. I've had some really good conversations with local operators to do fundraising for deals that are in my backyard, but a majority of all my deals are in Kansas City with a team that I have really enjoyed working with, enjoy the returns that they offer to fund managers and that I can offer to my investors. So that is a nutshell of the things I'm working on right now. Fatherhood is one of my main pillars that I will always strive to lead that role the best I can. I think it's a role that gets overlooked. I think it's something that dads have a hard time finding a community where they can show up and be encouraged and challenged in doing one of the most important jobs that I would say there is given from God. So that's why I started this podcast, The Invested Fathers, combining that idea of business and fatherhood. And how can we invest wisely for our families with our families? So if there's any interest in getting into real estate where you can be a passive investor and just enjoy the returns while other professionals take the deals down, execute a business plan, and sell the property in a 5-year window. Would love to have a conversation with you. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking out today's episode and this little personal part 2 from today's recording. Wish you guys the best. Take care.